Pakistan-based terror group Al-Qaeda is spreading its network in India by misleading the youth and persuading them to carry out terror attacks. In a recent incident, at least 9 Al-Qaeda-linked terrorists were arrested from the eastern and southern states of India. The arrests were made under a major operation that was carried out to put a halt to the vicious terror network which is trying to find grounds in India by influencing youth through social media. A report.
India's National Investigation Agency thwarted deadly terror plans in the country by apprehending as many as 9 Al-Qaeda terrorists from West Bengal and Kerala. According to the NIA, this was a Pakistan-based terror module and the arrested men were motivated to undertake attacks at multiple locations of India. The terrorists were directly in contact with Pakistani handlers, and 4 out of the 9 Al-Qaeda terrorists were planning to go to Kashmir for weapons delivery on the instruction of these handlers. After raids at multiple locations, a large number of incriminating materials, including digital devices, documents, jihadi literature, sharp weapons, country-made firearms, and a locally fabricated body armor used for making homemade explosive devices were also seized from their possession.
Pakistan's overall strategy towards India is to export terror and carry out a proxy war, whether it is Jammu and Kashmir or rest of India. However, it has been exposed a number of times in the past many decades, and that has resulted in tarnishing its reputation across the globe, where it is now being called as a country which exports terrorism, not only in India but across the world. Having received this rebuke over the past many decades, it has now changed its strategy and it is relying on global terrorist groups such as the Al-Qaeda. This is very evident from the revelations made by the recent module which the National Investigation Agency has unraveled and has a spread from southeast India. The main controller of these Al-Qaeda sleeper module is based in Pakistan.
The terrorist groups and the religious extremists associated with them have been exploiting advanced digital technology and social media platforms to run their terror business. The internet offers terrorists and extremists the capability to communicate, collaborate, and convince. Therefore, using online platforms, extremist groups recruit members, gather intelligence, and spread hate speech to accomplish mass-scale radicalization. In the latest arrest by the NIA, preliminary investigation reveals that the men were radicalized by Pakistan-based Al-Qaeda terrorists on social media, including Facebook. Experts believe that large numbers of Indian youths are being trapped through social media channels, and it is the need of the hour to regulate them.
Social media is being used by terrorist groups which have a global profile, such as the Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State, to indoctrinate youth across the world to extremist ideas and ideology and undertake acts of terror. It is now apparent that some of the youth in India are also falling prey to such tactics which are used through passage of the social media messages, ideologies, through channels such as WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook, and so on.
NIA's anti-terrorism operation in Kolkata and Kerala comes just weeks after the agency had busted an Islamic State module in New Delhi. Abu Yusuf, the IS terrorist who was arrested with about 15 kilograms of explosive, also came in contact with the Islamic State through social media. Global terrorist groups like Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State have been working in coherence to spread their wings across South Asia. For this purpose, the use of advanced digital technology has gained momentum in the last few years as major terror outfits have an active presence on social media. These groups use such platforms to easily reach out to youths and indoctrinate them or jihad or holy war.
It is important that the social media channels should act more responsibly and undertake measures to ensure that such channels are thwarted, neutralized, and not allowed to operate on their platforms. On the other hand, we have to educate our youth, make them aware of how the social media is being exploited to draw them into the nefarious ends of terrorist groups, so that they no more get involved and entangled in this web which only draws them into hostile acts of terror, despite their being not originally induced to carry out such actions.
Amid the COVID-19 pandemic, the terrorist groups are on recruitment spree by using digital technology. They easily mislead the youth and force them to commit terror attacks. Thus, it has become critical to closely watch threats emerging from online space in the region.